What is up, YouTube? We are going to answer the question, should you buy Alpha 2 for Ashes of Creation? And this answer is pretty straightforward, and it really depends on two different factors. So we're going to split it in two. The first question is what you're getting worth $120? And the second question will be, is this the game for you? So starting things off, is it worth $120? Generally speaking, yes. If you buy into the Alpha 2 now, you're going to get approximately somewhere around a year and a half of 2 years of free game time. Ashes is a sub-to-play game, so you're talking about $15 a month. If we're talking about 2 years of free playtime, 2 years times $15 is 24 times 15. We're talking about well over $300 worth of value of playtime. So looking at it from that perspective, if it's something you're going to have fun in and you're going to get to play for over 2 years before launch, before the actual release, sure, I'd say yes. It's worth $120 for sure. The more important question is Ashes the kind of game that you're going to enjoy? So, number one, you don't have to buy the key on the 25th because the key only gives you access on November 8th. You have easily 2 weeks to watch people play it. You can watch YouTube content, you can watch streams to say, hey, does this look fun? Does this look like a game I want to play? And make up your mind from there. But if you don't want to do that, I'll give you a quick rundown of I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what to expect from the game. So Ashes is more old school, and it is not what you see these days in MMORPGs. Ashes is not really a theme park MMO. If you're looking for a game where you're going to have one big storyline, you're a little peasant, you become the champion of the world, you save it from a huge, catastrophe, no, that's not what's going to happen. Ashes is more akin to something like RuneScape, maybe a little bit more classic WoW, where you're just a pleb, you have your own little life, you can do your side quests, you can do your grinding, and you're part of a much bigger world that is not concentrated on you. You're not the main character, you're just a character, and you're a part of the world. Things that might turn you off to Ashes, or things you might like in Ashes are, importantly, leveling is very slow, drop rates are pretty low, and it takes time to progress. For some of you, this might be a really bad thing. Maybe you don't have patience, maybe you like really quick and rapid progression. For others like me, I enjoy this. Why? Because every single level feels like an achievement. Every time I get a new drop, it feels amazing. But whether this is for you or not, only you know. It's not for me to say. Secondly, Ashes of Creation is a PvX game. It has PvP enabled, worldwide, at all times. Now, there are many mechanics that will prevent people from wanting to attack you and kill you, because there's big downsides to killing people, but that does not mean you cannot get attacked. You are not 100% safe anywhere. There could be somebody who kills you for no reason, even though the consequences for him are not worth it. So, if you want a game where you can just ignore everyone else and you're never in danger, Ashes is not for you. On the other hand, if you like the idea that you have to be careful, you have to keep your eyes open and watch out for threats, maybe it is. And thirdly, you have to realize Ashes is more of a sandbox kind of game. Most of the endgame content, most of the content in general, is going to be group-focused. When I say group-focused, I mean the economy and how the world works is entirely based on the server you're on and what people are doing at any given time. Is Ashes the kind of game that you want to play? Here are a few factors you have to consider. The progression in Ashes of Creation is quite slow. You're going to get gear slowly. It'll take a while to level up and hit max level. And some people do not like that kind of pacing. They want to get things, they want to get them fast. For other people, that's a positive. For me, for example, I love slow progression because it means every time I do get a new level, every time I do get that one blue drop appearing on the floor, it feels really, really great. Games that give you stuff out for free left and right, I lose the enjoyment of upgrading gear because it's happening way too often. Secondly, this game is a PvX game. There is PvP in many areas of the world. Sometimes you cannot avoid the PvP. There are mechanisms to keep things in check, to keep you from getting ganked a lot, and generally speaking, if you don't want a PvP, it's not going to happen very often or at all, but that doesn't mean you're 100% safe. I do like this aspect, other people don't. And thirdly, this game is much more of a sandbox than a theme park. You're not going to have dailies to do, you're not going to have weekly raids that must be done. There's no little checklist of things, I gotta do this in this order every day in order to get the benefits that my character needs. No, this is more akin to like what you would find in, let's say, old school RuneScape. You're gonna do whatever you feel like doing. If you want to go chopping trees, you can go chop trees. If you want to go kill monsters, you can kill monsters. You want to get together with a group of people and do some open world dungeons, or maybe find an open world boss, you can do that. But there is no direct path that the game devs give you, and this is what you must do every day at this hour, at this time, or you're missing out. I like that personally, but maybe that's not for everybody else. So is Ashes the game for you? Maybe, maybe not. My main advice would be, don't rush into buying it. Spend the first week or two watching YouTube, watching Twitch. See if you think you like the game from how other people are playing it, and if you do, yeah, consider buying it. If not, you can always wait for cheaper prices. Beta keys will probably be cheaper than alpha keys, and you can also just wait for the full release. All right, hope that helps a bit, and I'll see you guys next time.